Welcome to Slovenia.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
It's my first time in Slovenia, and I must say I'm really grateful to see this fantastic countryside. I never thought about it. You have mountains and you have the sea not far away. It's really fantastic.
What do you think about Gorjans? What do you think about the track this year?
I think it's an interesting thing, and it's a shame that I don't have any car here to drive myself, because it gives you ennui to drive, you know.
You've been on the track. How can you compare this track to some other tracks in Europe? You've seen a lot of them probably.
No, I think since I'm also a rally driver, I like a little bit more this type of roads like here, because it's much more challenging as a complete flat surface where you go up to, say, Rosberg or Rosfeld. So I think this is more challenging.
Was there a prediction for the race? Who's the favorite?
I don't know. I don't know so much who is running what, because when you're not so often coming to the Hill Climb Championship and you just been observer, you are looking a little bit for other things and not for who is running and who is winning. But I think Josef Mikl with his Skoda, he's been several times, how to say, European champion, and I think he will do a good job.
You won Le Mans 24 hours in 1977.
Yes.
Can you go back and tell us a bit about that time, compared to now to 2014 Le Mans finishing about 1 week ago?
Yeah, it's two different areas or two different periods. We've been running cars which have been running 360 kilometers an hour fast. At the time there was no chicanes in Le Mans, but we've been also running only two guys in a car. We had no servo steering, we had no servo brakes, we had no electronic helps and things like this. The team at the time was about 30 people. I remember myself, because I was not only racing driver but also occupying the hotels for the team, the food for the mechanics and things like this. So this was beside work. Today there are 4 drivers each team. We have about, at the Porsche team there was 300 people now occupying there, which I think, because of the new technology with the hybrid systems, which is really a good thing for the future of car development. But for me it was a bit too much people. But coming back to the cars, today they have air conditioning in the cars, they have servo steering, they have servo brakes, but I think the driver is a little bit too much occupied with in the moment, and this we have to change in the rules now in the future. With all the looking for his consumption, looking for his what he is allowed to do, what he's not allowed to do, and we have cases, I think, where you had some accidents in Le Mans where I think the driver looked in his steering wheel and forgot to look at the road. So we have to give back the drivers more freedom on driving, and I think the consumption side has to be done from the boxes.
How did you prepare physically for that race and mentally? You remember?
Well, me, I'm a seat sportler. I say always, I never did any sport beside, because I'm naturally driving, you know. So for me it was not a big problem. But today I think they need to be really good fit, because the cornering speeds are much higher as we are, except that we did, when you look at the times, we did the same times like they do today. Okay, they have 2 more chicanes, but our times been exactly the same, except we have no chicane. So it's comparable, but for me, like I said, I'm seat sportler. I never did anything. Anything special.
You got 24-hour Le Mans, you got Indy 500, and you got Monaco Grand Prix. Which is the most prestigious race for you? You know?
No, I think it's Le Mans, but also there are some other races. Like I was winning the 1,000 kilometers of Nürburgring, which is I think
the old track.
It's a challenge, you know, and it's nearly as valuable as a Le Mans win. Indianapolis, I don't know. I'm sure it's also challenging both, because as the only driver to do 500 miles in this speed, it's a different level. You know, but otherwise I liked much the Targa Florio, which is one lap 72 kilometers. And here it's again my rally driving things coming along. That was a real challenge to do 1,000 kilometers at the Targa Florio.
They say that a lot of drivers today are a little bit boring compared to the past. No, there are no James Hunts, you know. Can they even afford to be, you know, interesting?
No, I think the time changed. I mean, you saw the film of Niki Lauda and James Hunt,
did.
Which is really
a couple of months ago.
Which is really a good film and reflects the time which we've been running there. Because when you did Le Mans and after the first qualifying or after the qualifying, we had a big celebration because you survived qualifying and you're still alive. Because we had quite a lot of guys killed at this time. And the same thing after racing, after the 24-hour race. We had a big celebration of the champagne from Moët Chandon, and the result was that every year they had to renovate the restaurant because we were doing too much with champagne. So today it's less because they are having other opportunities, other duties, the drivers, to look at their computer and see how fast they went through this corner. But also one thing we have now is that I think we lost, or some drivers lost, the feeling, the capability of feeling themselves how it goes. Like, for example, we have drivers which are really training themselves at these machines, you know, at this, how to say, computer game things. If I sit in a machine like this, half a lap and I get sick, because it's not the real feeling. So I need the real feeling. And coming back here again with the young drivers of today, they listen to the computer, they not listen to their feeling. And we have a lot of accidents which we cannot explain anymore in areas where we say, how did he come off there? But I think it's related to the feeling. You know.
So did you have any offers to drive in Formula 1?
No, I liked always carrossery around me. And I did only testing once, ATS Formula 1, but I'm too big and I wouldn't fit in, so no, Formula 1, I don't like the free wheels.
And last question, we cannot avoid the World Cup. Is Germany going to win it, yes or no?
I hope so. I think they're on a good move, but I think it's still a long time, and other good countries which are playing, so let's wait and see.
Okay. Jürgen, thank you very much.
My pleasure.